I believe that we live in an extremely cruel world. No way, no way, wow. But you might be part of the problem, you the viewer, right? You might be a huge part of the problem, in fact. I feel like we live in a society where people are less and less willing to hear each other out, willing to understand each other, willing to listen to each other without ridiculing, attacking them, I suppose. Because here's the thing, right? I was having a conversation with a bunch of people and I was sharing my opinion. I was saying like, "Oh, this one thing isn't fair," and I was like, "Oh, here's my reasoning to back this up. This, that." It was quite impeccable. And when they started asking me like, "Oh, well, what about this?" I was like, "Oh, redirect you to the logic I already previously stated." And oh, what about this? And I'm like, "Oh, this I already said this already." And then, but the thing about that was, in between all that, what were they doing? They were sending me GIFs that were like, "Huh, this is you? Is this you? You mad?" Question mark. Things like that, right? Little things to ridicule people, which hilariously, even though it seems like little things, people might think like, oh, it's not that deep. It's just like little things, right? It is really deep because that alone, like sending one ridiculous GIF alone, is enough to turn the tide of the entire conversation against you, because people like to quote unquote like stick with the funnier side. I don't know why this is true. Probably because it just like makes the situation a lot less serious than it is. But in reality, it's sometimes it's a bit more serious. And once people realize, oh, it's not that serious anymore. I can just goof around now. They're just less willing to hear you out. They're just more willing to just goof around. And so, following this principle, this kind of perpetuates a world where people are more willing to ridicule, and attack rather than just listen and like try to hear you out. If that makes sense. A lot of people even for history, even throughout the ages, people have been doing this. Like think like politicians. Politicians ridicule each other. People probably back in the day ridiculed each other to discredit each other, and it's still a problem now. And that's the problem with society that I've realized. It's actually driven me to consider killing myself because when you really think about this, it's a really bad world to live in, isn't it? It's a world where serious situations can immediately be transformed into nothing but a quote unquote joke, and it leaves no time for thoughtful or serious discussion. It's really saddening to live in a world like this, isn't it? Because when you think about it, it kind of just makes you lose faith in the world that you live in. It makes you think you live in a society full of idiots and Neanderthals, which I'm sorry to say a lot of people are. I'm sorry. I probably am an idiot and a Neanderthal, and I'd like to recognize that, please, if I am. Because the truth is, the majority of us are Neanderthals. We just have to recognize it, and recognition is the first step we can take into bettering ourselves. And so, hopefully, those who see this video recognize this stupidity within their head and recognize that it's not a good thing. Some people are going to be like, oh, yeah, stupidity, it's jokes, it's like hilarious, haha, L ratio. But sometimes that's not the point. Sometimes you just look through all the ridiculousness, like have some better thinking. Don't just think funny equals right. It might sound ridiculous, but that's a lot of what debates are nowadays. Think Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk, what does he do? He just ridicules his opponents, and people totally fall for it. And think about like I don't know, that one edgy religious guy who's like, oh yeah, Hitler was cool. Yeah, yeah, that guy. He's like, oh, can we grow up, dude? Can we grow up? That guy is also a fucking dumbass. I just want to say that guy. He appeals to ridicule, appealing to ridicule. That's it's. It's a little thing. People don't think it's that serious, but it is really, really bad for the future of critical thinking, which I'm scared of. So, you know what? I'm going on a really long rant. I just want to sum this up. So, we live in a world that's not perfect, newsflash, and it's sad to see that a lot of people are unconsciously taking part of it, newsflash again, because the majority of people that stinks, that, right, yeah, you know what, stink makes sense, but a majority of people that don't think critically think they do think critically, and a majority of people that ridicule people don't think it's that serious, and that's a problem, because it makes the world have less critical thinking once you think about it, and it's a lot of people. So sorry, I'm really dragging this on. I don't know how to conclude this. I'll just say, try to think critically, guys, and if you're stupid, recognize it. Really just sit down and think, am I stupid? There's no shame in admitting you're stupid. We're all stupid. Just recognize it, please, and be better if you need to, which please be, because it's be smart, guys. Don't be stupid. Thank you.